All right, so today we're going to be doing a couple different towing tests just to show you how much the Lightning is affected by wind drag more than weight. So we've got this little guy that's going to be below the cab height-wise, weighs 3,700 pounds. That is going to be dry weight. And then this thing holds 68 gallons, I believe, of diesel fuel, and that's 7.1 pounds per gallon. So altogether, we're looking at a near 4,500 to 5,000 pound towing that we're going to be doing with this. But there's not going to be anywhere near as much wind drag on this because it will be blocked by the cabin. It is flat, but wind should be able to go past it. Ford's made it very easy for us on this. We don't have to use an adapter like on the Limited we've got. So you've got both options on the back. They have the other option over here for the trailer camera and hooked up to 2 5/16 ball. Real easy to put the safeties on these. Ford always does good with it. I'm going to show you how I utilize the cameras because it has 2 different cameras here that will allow you, and it's kind of hard to see. There's another one up in there, and one of them it's a straight down view to let you see the ball. So easy to hook up, real easy to get everything going. I'm not going to set this up as a trailer to where I can do the Pro Trailer Assist, whatever this stuff's called. We'll do that in another video. But we'll get on driving and talk to you about what's going on. Shout out to Long Lewis. They always take care of us. They make this so easy now. You can just go to this view. This is the flash package. And you can just kind of go back to right on it. One thing I have figured out, you have to put it in park first, then put on the e-brake. If you do it in the other order, it will roll back a ton. I did not roll back any doing that. So just one thing to kind of think about, because if you put the e-brake on, then put it in park, it will roll back quite a bit. All right, so we're gonna be starting fresh for this trip. So we'll go ahead and turn the vehicle on. Not sure what that was. So this trip, we've got 0, hasn't even registered on this, what's going on. So right now we're at 78 degrees and we are going to be trying to keep it at 64 degrees inside. I like it a little bit cool because it's been so hot. We're going to try to do all these tests on the same day. That way, if for some reason barometric pressure, anything affects it, which it shouldn't on an electric vehicle, we'll be good to go. So go ahead and pull off a little bit with our generator. And then I'm going to stop here for a second. Put this in sport mode, which sounds crazy, but this isn't a heavy enough trailer that should make a difference. I am going to turn on one pedal and auto hold. So those will be the settings, and I'll be doing all these on, even when we do the bigger trailer. I've definitely found out that using that sport mode makes a huge difference in how much regenerative power that you get. So we're going to go ahead and head on, and we'll have some updates as we go. Very impressed with how this truck still, with me just one pedal driving, taking my foot off of it, is able to stop with this extra weight. So pretty cool. I'm going to try to take, there's some road construction going on, but I'm going to try to take the same route every time that we do this. So I'm not going to do any incredibly fast acceleration. I'm going to try to do typically what I would do driving. And then the other thing we're going to attempt to do is try to just maintain 65 as much as we can. Because as soon as we get to about 2 miles into this trip, I can go 65 for quite a ways. So a lot of uphill driving, and then the return drive will be a lot of downhill driving. So kind of curious on how all that's going to work. So currently getting about 1.5, trying to get to refocus. And that's what we're going to be going by, is how much we actually use 4 miles per kilowatt hour. So we'll keep you updated. So we're still maintaining 1.5, going up and down hills, 65, passing people, super easy. One cool update they've got, you turn your blinker on, and now it actually shows you that camera, which I'm very thankful they have done that. But this is going to be a pretty decent hill that we're about to go up to. All of our box trucks, when we're going up this hill, slow down significantly. Like 45 miles per hour is about all they can do whenever they're loaded. There's one part that's probably going to be sad, because since we are in sport mode, we're probably going to drop a little bit of miles per kilowatt hour, because this thing's going to maintain this. Oh, there's a truck in front of me. I was like, why are we slowing down? So I'll go ahead and get over here and let it speed back up. But yeah, effortlessly is able to pull this generator. We have quite a few times pulled this generator with this truck, and we're not going to do it for this video, but it's insane how fast you can start moving. So another thing that's good to note on this is with the independent suspension, not having that rear axle or front axle, this thing drives so great. It's so quiet, first off, to be going 65 in a pickup truck hauling something. And then also it just rides as if there's hardly anything back there at all. You can hardly feel it. So that did bring us down to 1.4. We're about to have another very large hill that continues a grade up for quite a while. So we'll just kind of take a look and see what ends up happening. We went up to 1.5. I'm sure, yeah, that's about to go back down significantly. But it's really not even trying. You can look over there on the left side. It's not having to do a lot to maintain this speed at all, going up this pretty significant grade. And like I said, our other box trucks on this grade, even our F-150, sometimes it would shift down from 10th gear to like 9th gear, pulling this generator. So a little bit more of a grade. We'll go ahead and pass these people, see what we maintain at. But you hear more from the other vehicles inside this cabin than you do this one itself. So it did jump on down to 1.3. This should be the last big hill on this trip that we'll be taking. So we'll come back in a couple more miles and get you updated. Try to capture as much energy as we can here. So this is probably going to be where I'm going to let our trips be. Pull off here to turn around. So on this trip, we ended up getting 1.5 miles per kilowatt hour, and it ended up taking about 19 minutes, and it was 15.8 miles. This was the going uphill portion. We started at 90% battery, we're down to 81, and as far as what all we used here, try to get to focus, 1% on climate, 90% on driving, 1% accessories, and 1% exterior temperatures. I don't have any of the power on board stuff turned on for the front or the back. It's just the front, and we're not even charging anything. So now we'll start the downhill portion and see how much better it gets. So far, very surprised. 2.7 miles per kilowatt hour. We're only 2 miles in, but the uphill, downhill, just like it would be in a regular gasoline engine, making a huge difference on our economy. We're happy with these results so far. 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour is not bad at all for hauling something with this much weight. Man, this is gonna be great. So we'll be able to get this generator pretty far away. We could charge off the generator if we needed to, which would be really nice. And then if the location actually had a 50 amp connection for shore power for the concerts that we do, we would be very good to just charge off that. So pretty awesome. So the blinker thing, we'll have to check in a minute when we do our control without a trailer. The blinker might be turning on because we do have a trailer connected to it, and it's turned off the Bliss system. So we'll take a look and see. But I haven't seen any differences in temperatures hauling this. I know this is nowhere near the max capacity of what it can do. So pretty wild. We'll take a look. Now, of course, if we're doing max capacity, we would definitely be in towing mode and do things to help it out, but it seems to be doing great in sport mode. We're at 77% battery, still have 100% available use of the battery, and that's what that little guy over there shows. So we can use both motors to 100%. Really wild. Extremely happy with these results so far. We've went down a little bit, but we still got one more hill to go down. So on this trip, we have been stopped by one red light on the way up there, and then we had to stop to turn around, and then hopefully we will only be stopped by one red light as well. So hopefully these will be some pretty accurate things for us. So this is averaging us at 1.6 miles per kilowatt hour for the combined trip, of going up there and going back, but still pretty incredible because it is a lot of uphill battle going up to Russellville where we did. So we'll come back in a minute. Stopped at the same light, but we were showing 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour being stopped by that light. So looking good. It's brought our average back up to 1.7, and we are pretty close to being back to where we left from. Get stopped by one more red light than we did on the way up there, but 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour. That's pretty awesome. I mean, and that's really, besides stopping here, I mean, there's no regen pretty much on this trip except for 3 times now on the way back. But other cool thing, I never used the brake pedal with that much weight behind me. I was able to stop completely just using regen. So your brakes will last much longer on this truck than on any other standard truck. I know my Tesla's got 58,000 miles on it with the original brake pads, and they look brand new the last time I took the wheel off to take a look. So pretty cool. I know everybody makes fun of the electric thing, but it sure is pretty awesome and no maintenance. So we will get this thing off and find out what our final numbers were. All right, we're back to the shop, 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour. We ended up 1.7 for combined, and that was the both uphill and downhill. So about to back this guy back in and hook up to a different trailer. Yes, I should have showed 76% left after that trip of a little bit over 30 miles. So the other thing that would be good to point out is this generator, the guys have forgotten to hook it back up, so it had not been charged for its battery. So we really could have done the Pro Power on board, left one of these flapped up, ran an extension cord down through here with a little bit of slack for it to turn, and we could have recharged this battery while we were driving, which is pretty cool. Something you can't do on other vehicles. So if you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe. Again, this is pulling basically 4,500 pound trailer that is below the cabin with roughly about 600 pounds of other cargo that we have in this truck at all times. So pretty cool. Did really good. Please hit like and subscribe, and watch out for the next video we've got where we're going to be doing this giant guy, which is definitely going to have a lot more drag on it. And just hit like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you think. We'll be comparing this truck versus our limited power boost and let you know how everything works. But have a great day.